Yeah.
If not, yeah. Right.
Right, I'm just going to get some water.
Okay. So I have got my mobile data internet on. So if it keeps going off, I have tried to get better internet, and I am on the best apparently. So I think it's just Sunday night. Everybody's, sadly, the sun's out and everyone's online. What can I say? Right, we're not sad because what we're doing is purposeful. Journals, just a quick, Mel and I are going to do a session on journals, which I think will just be an extra session on top of what we're already doing next month. Just to talk about journals and why journaling is important. And this is my journal. It's a really old one, this. And it's got all sorts of, I'm not going to show you like in close up, but for example, I did a vision board kind of thing in the middle of it one day because I just felt like I needed to express some kind of way. So you can use your journal for vision boarding. It doesn't have to be for writing stuff. Then I just write all sorts of stuff in it. Sometimes there's little bits in there that I've just wrote little notes on, like old birthday cards that I've saved. Freedom, look, that's in there on one page. So I must have felt like I needed to work on that. So it's I dip in and out of it. Hi, Georgina.
Yeah.
Just talking briefly about journals, but we're going to do a special session on it. So you need a pen and paper or a book, if possible. You've got time to go and get one. Good. So and then I was just going to recommend, if anybody hasn't got a journal and they want to get one, I know Mel's going to have some recommendations, which we could send you as a message, but this Fern Cotton one.
Julie, I'm just going to mute everyone, just to mute yourself, because there's a load of background noise. So I'm just going to mute.
Okay. Okay, so this is Fern Cotton, and the reason why I like this one is because it's got it's got pages where you can colour in, and they're all really like meaningful things, like see the positives, and then there's a blank page, and then there'll be just that one there that says smile, and then you've got 2 blank pages. And it does repeat itself. Don't overthink it. If you like colouring in and doodling and stuff, I think it's just quite a nice one. It's got lined pages, and then it's got pages that are just left for you to doodle. So sometimes journaling is not always about writing. Sometimes it is about doing a mini vision board, or you might just find you might draw if you're creative and you're starting to get creative. You might just want to one of my journals, I did my gratitude pants and drew a big picture across the page of a pair of pants, and then I had to write everything in the pants. I had to put what I was grateful for, but I did it in all fancy colours and drew big love hearts. And it's like, you don't have to just, if it feels boring just writing gratitudes, it might be that you put your gratitude pants on every morning and these 3 things, it's just, me and Mel will get together and we'll do a proper session on it, Mel.
Yeah, definitely.
But that was just to inspire people. Fern Cotton, if you want to get one quickly, and Mel can add her recommendations if you wanted to buy. Otherwise, just get a really nice notebook.
Yeah, just to get it out of here onto paper. I was listening to, I think it was yesterday at Radio 1. We had Radio 1 on outside when I worked with my dad's. And they have, I can't remember where this one DJ, and they were having what are you grateful for? Asking callers to ring in, because they were having a mindful gratitude calling. I thought, wow, Radio 1 doing that, that's amazing. So I was asking everyone, well, not everyone, only like Nick and my mum and dad there, what they're grateful for. So it's like, it's not woo-woo, gratitude is...
Not anymore.
When you're grateful, it's bringing you into the moment, isn't it? It's making you, to think about what you've got rather than focusing on everything the lack, isn't it? So the more we can focus and be grateful. I mean, when I first, one of our tasks, weren't it, with as mentoring. We had to, she made us 5 gratitudes every single night, and at first I was like, I'm not grateful for anything. I couldn't think of anything. There were so many. Now I can think of millions, but it were like I weren't grateful for anything because, well, I was so ungrateful because I was so unaware and in my own head and in my victim mode that I didn't think like that. But then the more you start doing it, the more you notice, don't you, the small.
You weren't.
And
Yeah.
I had no awareness.
Your brain. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, just start off big. What could you not live without then? Well, I suppose my house, my bed, you know. And I was just like, But now I'm like, everything, and it's just makes you, it uplifts you, it raises your vibration, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, to focus on your blessings rather than the lack of. Just making sure there's nobody at the door.
And it is a brain thing. It is a rewiring thing, and that's why you probably found it hard, because you've not done it before.
Your
so you weren't
connection
wired to be grateful.
Going,
You weren't. I know, which is worrying me, because it's definitely tethered to my mobile.
Is Jim on his phone? Do we need to kick him off?
Right, let me just go back.
Oh, she's frozen. So anybody else do gratitude journals? You can unmute yourself if you want to. So I've got this one, which some of you have probably got. This is only from Wilko's. A few pounds, just while Julie comes back. And this is really lovely because you've got 3. These are for your morning. You've got your daytime, nighttime. So in the morning, today, I am grateful for. So thinking about the things, just waking up, and rather than going straight into those thoughts and feelings that can overtake and set you up for the rest of the day, you just switch that off into, you know, what am I grateful for, like a good night's sleep or some sleep, or, you know, whatever. So your gratitude's there. Then what would make today a great day? So thinking about, okay, so today's going to be a good day, and what I'm going to do to make today a good day is I'm going to get the fence painted, and got more paint over me than fence, but, you know, or I'm going to have some really good sessions. I'm going to do whatever you want to do that day. I don't know where Julie's gone, bless her. So what would make today a good day? So you are setting up your day. So it's your intentions to do these things. I am. We always go about I am, don't we? I am. So are you? What are you? Because what you tell yourself you are, you will become. So if you feel like you are, I am stressed, I am anxious, I am, you know, fed up, keep repeating those words throughout the day, and that's what the sort of, you're going to set your mood for that day. So I am, how do you want to feel? I am grateful, I am happy, I am determined, I am confident, whatever. So you're setting your day up as soon as you get up. So then at night, I don't know if you can see it, but we've got a little dot bit there. The 3 best things that happened today. And you will usually find, when you're reflecting back on your day, what were the best things that happened today? And it's usually the things that you intended to happen that day to make it a good day. Oh, she's here. So by setting your intention for the day, they usually come into, it's like law of attraction. So reflecting last thing at night, to reflect what went well, you're more likely to have a nicer sleep. Right, is Julie back?
I'm back.
She's here.
Oh God! Anyway, here we go again. I spoke to EE about my internet, and I said I'm on the best, fastest, best thing I could ever be on. So
I think they're telling fibs.
everybody's just hammering internet tonight.
Yeah, That's where it is. So that
Right.
journal, just to tell them a bit about that journal, I
Yeah.
mean, that's only a few pounds. It's like a basic one, but it does the job. It
Yes.
gets you into a routine. It sets your day up. You think the last thing you do before you settle at night, you know, you're thinking about the things that went well in the day. So you're more likely to have a restful sleep, feeling with a grateful heart than worries, your worries and your anxieties. And it works.
Yeah.
Absolutely works. Even when you don't feel like doing it, if it's just one thing you do, your gratitudes.
Yeah.
Tried and tested.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Right. So tonight is all about, well, it's
You.
the last session, and it is all about self-celebration. So it's just about a little bit of reflection and how far all of us have come in this last month. Sometimes it's actually hard to praise yourself, and it's hard to believe that you have come so far, because if you're still having emotional days or you're having the roller coaster through it all, you sort of feel like you haven't come very far. But we are all onions. I don't know if you've heard about the onion before. We are all onions. So imagine an onion, and it's almost like peeling off a layer. So every time you take off a layer, there's always another layer underneath, and there's always layers to go through. So these layers are what you're peeling off every time you're going into your tapping, and you might be just tapping on the surface stuff, which is what's going on at the moment, but you will be penetrating deeper. So the layers are coming off, and there's fresh layers underneath. It doesn't mean that it's a never-ending thing, but it's about, that's what growth is. Growth happens when we peel back the layers and we deal with the things rather than suppressing them. We peel back the layers every time we do this inner work, every time we're writing his journal, every time we do tapping. We are peeling back these layers of this onion. So
It's
might
true
feel,
self, isn't it, is really? So
yeah,
we are at the core of the onion. So the layers are sort of like, they're added, aren't they, from when we're born? They can be people's opinions, something people said, teachers, parents, whatever. And they just have these layers if we don't deal with them. So what we're doing essentially is just taking back those layers that have dried out, and they're not really got any flavour in them anymore.
just
So
revealing,
getting back
like,
to us, yeah,
yeah.
is the truth of who we are and celebrating that fact, isn't it?
So you might have a nicer way of describing it than an onion. Another one that's quite nice is the
Lotus.
Russian dolls. You know,
Ah,
the
yeah.
Russian dolls, where you've got the smallest one in the middle, and then you've got another and another and another and another. Anything where
Yeah.
you're taking a
Or
layer,
rose
or
petals. Rose
yeah,
petals.
anything. If you think about nature, there's
Mm.
lots of things you can think of. But just remember, when you're having a bad day and you feel like, oh, that's not worked, and all this stuff I'm doing is not working, you're just thinking like that because that's where your mind is. All the work that you're doing is all contributing to the direction that you're heading in, which is, better health, better well-being, better mental well-being. So you are heading in the right direction every time you work on these layers. So it's just keeping going and growing. So we wanted you to think about and acknowledge it on paper. Some of the difficulties that you feel like have come up for you in this past month. It might be a specific tapping session that we did where you had a bit of a breakthrough. Yeah, you had a breakthrough that revealed something that you really felt like you dealt with, or it revealed work to be done. It was like a transformational step. Or it might be general stuff like, I can't really remember every single tapping session, but I know that I've definitely been working on this and this and this. So we want you to think about the difficulties, the things that you have come up for you. But then the flip side of that, we want you to acknowledge, well, okay, what did I do about it, and what did I clear? How did I feel after it? What did it reveal to me that needs more work, or has made me realise some truths about myself? Because this situation in lockdown has revealed a lot of truths to people. It's revealed a lot of things where they've thought, God, I really do procrastinate, or I really, not being hard on yourself, but just being real, that you know, maybe this is showing this up for me because it's the work that I need to do. Because if I don't do this, I ain't going to get to where I need to get. So it's like that bittersweet. So we just want you to, is this making sense? If you're not sure, send us a message, type us a message, or, you know, raise your hand to ask a question. So it can be a specific tapping session, or the things that you found difficult, and then
what you've overcome.
What did you turn them into? They might still be there. Some of these things might still be there because they might keep creeping up, because this is always never ending. But we want you to acknowledge that you have made progress in this last month. This big,
how far you've come. It's that quote, isn't it? I didn't actually get it. So only look back to see how far you've come.
Yeah.
And often when we're continuously working on ourselves and doing this sort of work, it can be very deep work. But if we're constantly striving to learn the next thing or to do the next thing, and not taking that time to pause, to journal, to reflect, and just to let it absorb and sink in, you know, how far we've come. And journaling is absolutely perfect for it. You know, I look back at mine from when I first started, like 6 years ago, and I don't recognise myself. The thought, I used to write the thought, you know, my thought patterns down, and, you know, how self-conscious and paranoid and stuff I used to be. But it makes me, that's the only time I will look back at it, so I can be like, oh my, just to remind myself really as well of how far I have actually come in the way that I think.
Yeah.
So, you know, and this, when you are having your bad days and you're having your wobbles, rather than letting that take you down for the rest of the day or the week or the month, to think about when you've come onto the tapping and you're like, oh my God, I really, really need it today. What sort of things did you think that you're never going to get through it, but you have? And seeing that your emotions are the messages, aren't they? So they're messages of, right, okay, this has come up, and starting to look at these messages as, right, okay, so what do I need to work on with this? What's this trying to tell me? So just thinking about the days that you thought you'd never get through the day, and you have, and celebrating that fact.
Like you've peeled back layers again. It's like you might think of it as what layers you've peeled back. So
and are you giving yourself enough credit for all the work that you're doing, or you just, you know, just...
And sometimes it's easier to answer this question when you are in a more positive mindset. So at the moment right now, if you're not feeling very positive, or you're not feeling very like open, you might be struggling to answer this question, because that's what the mind does. Your mindset is
sabotage.
Like just it really can direct everything. So you might feel at the end of the session tonight that you're able to pick your paper back up and actually acknowledge more things than you're acknowledging now. Be more confident and believing in yourself a bit more, because right now you might feel, well, you know, I've not done any tapping for a few days, so actually I don't feel like I can find much at the minute. I'm having to delve really deep. So
you might be having a bad day, and
if you've not got a lot written down, it doesn't matter, but that's
fine.
your homework, is to do it at some point in the next few days.
Invest in a journal if you've not got one, and start doing, even if it's just your gratitudes.
So then the question being, as we're moving on now to this next month, or, you know, you're moving on into June, is, you know, how do you want to feel? This, we've called Freedom to Flourish, we've called the next month, but we want to know, how are you feeling about this idea of a bit more freedom, and how are you feeling about growing into some kind of new normal? What's coming up for you? Because we'd like to just use that, we'd like to just tap some of that away. And of course, these are things that we're going to work on in more detail, but if you want to just put in the chat, or if you haven't got the option to be able to do that, you might want to just tell us. But it'd be interesting to know what people are thinking for, you know, the future. Do you feel like freedom, that word freedom, you just don't feel like that's making sense to you? The word flourish or growing, do you feel like, well, Yeah, we want to know how you're feeling right now so we can tap on that right now.
Yeah,
So
so tune in to so just
blockages.
tuning in, just notice any feelings that come up when we say, okay, so we're at the next phase now, so lockdown restrictions have been lifted. How does that make you feel? Don't think about it too much. How does that make you feel? Did it make you feel sick in your throat? Did it make you feel excited? Did it make you feel to just, if you want to chat, you can just drop the drop down box to just me and Julie or to everyone, or so we can just incorporate this in so we can make it more effective. So you can have conflicting emotions. You can feel excited and you can feel fear at the same time. It doesn't matter. There is no right or wrong. But what we want to do, we want to create some more balance, don't we? So we want to be looking at these fearful emotions and see if we can clear some of this so we can move through to this next, it starts tomorrow, doesn't it? It starts tomorrow, these new restrictions being lifted, so we can move into it with more courage, probably. Good, guys, thank you.
Because, as you know, we never don't acknowledge the struggles. We never don't acknowledge the struggles, but also the flip side of that coin is that we can set out what we want to, how we want to be in this next phase. We can start to direct ourselves rather than it directing us. We can sort of put a few things forward. That's why I think journaling is going to be really useful now, because we want to start to set intentions about what we want our life to look like. Yeah, I think we all know there's going to be some changes coming for us, all in different ways. But how do you want your life to look? Because nobody else is controlling it. Yeah, the law of attraction says that whatever you put out there will ricochet back to you. So if your thoughts that you're projecting out into the universe are fear and everything else, yes, we have to acknowledge that they're going to be there. But also, let's project some of the stuff that we really do want. You know, do you want a relationship? Do you want a new job? Do you want to attract more of this, more of that? What do you want to attract? So let's have some of those as well.
What's that saying? I was getting mixed up. I heard it the other day on a program. Energy flows where focus goes. Is that right?
Focus go, yeah, something
So
like
what
that.
So what you're focusing on,
The energy will
what you're
follow
putting
it.
your energy to. So if you're focusing on the excitement, again, that's going to lift you, and your energy is going to go towards that. So you're going to get more of that back. But if you're focusing on the fear, again, so that's going to sort of lower your energy. Your
And then
vibe.
it's back to what you were saying earlier, Mel, is when we talk about gratitude, that is trying to get us to focus on where we're at the minute. And
Now,
that's taking it to the
present.
next level. It's like where I'm at now and what I'm grateful for. But there's nothing wrong with actually setting some intentions in how I'd really like things to be, even though it might be impossible. You think it's impossible. Nothing, I set an intention to make a difference to thousands of children. Now, just little me, how could little me make a difference to thousands of children? That was just a stupid comment, a stupid idea, I thought at the time. Starting to overthink it, how can I make a difference to thousands of kids? Actually, I did, because I ended up getting involved with the one person, in a meeting, who wanted somebody to set up a business to get into schools. Boom, 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 boom. Now we've got thousands of children being positively affected by that work. So tick, done. So nothing is ever impossible.
No.
Think of that word, I'm possible. Not impossible, I'm possible. Write it down. I'm possible. There is no impossible. This is the way we've got to start.
Audrey Hepburn quoted that, didn't she?
Was it? Giving me goosebumps. All
I'm
hairs on my arms have stood up.
Yeah, so, it's believe you can, and you're halfway there. It's got to be about believing, having the confidence in yourself,
just believing in all this stuff as well, what we're doing. I think you do believe in it because you know, you for yourself, you can feel how different you are, but it's just knowing that this can shape your future. What we're doing now is shaping your future. How you think each moment is shaping. Yes, I know all this is going on and we don't have control over it, but we certainly do, I believe, to a certain degree. We can put out there the direction we want our lives to go in, and we can keep striving for that. And that's a really positive growth mindset. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah, Emily.
Yeah.
See, law of attraction. See, when you start doing this work, you will notice, and you think things are coincidences, but there is no coincidences. It's synchronicities. So when you become more self-aware of what you want, you know what you want, you're putting it out there, then you will notice opportunities and different possibilities. And because your awareness is expanding, you see these things that you would have never seen before. So you look at these things and you take them and you think, well, you know, maybe I'll try that, and then that will lead you somewhere else. And then before you know it, you're on the path to where you want to be. And this is for both of us, isn't it? This is
Or if you don't know where you want to be, another easy way
still put it out there. And
another easy way of doing it is be sure about what you don't want.
Yeah.
Be sure about what you don't want in your next phase of your new normal. What I don't want, list that, and you know the reverse of it is going to be what you do want. So if you're feeling a bit, I don't know what I want, well, what don't you want? Let's be clear about what you do not want in your life. All those things you don't, you know, aren't serving a purpose and are not good for you. Get your list. Okay, then now you transfer that into, right, well, I don't want to be working 12 hours a day and then traveling so many hours a day and not having chance to meditate or whatever. Okay, so you know you want to fit time in for meditation. And it's just taking steps to be real about what you can set out. Anyway, we need to do some tapping, don't we?
Yes, because it's 25 to 9 already.
Oh. So what we'll do is we'll do some tapping to just acknowledge where we're feeling about this moving forward, like the nerves, a little bit of fear of it coming back, you know, the new normal. So let's just tap on all those anxieties that we know will be just there at the minute. And then as we release them, we can just move into creating a little bit more excited energy, but grounded energy to take us into the next phase, with a little bit of intention of, you know, maybe this next month, probably spend a little bit more time on those things around how do I want to shape up my life into the future. There is a massive shift in the universe. There's no doubt about it. The time is now to do this. So, and you're with us on this journey. So let's start tapping. If anybody's got anything else they need to put in the comments at any time, please do.
Right, just to say, so I will then finish it once you've done your tapping.
Yes,
so if you've got your comfies with you, so you may want to just, we can lay down, or you can just lay back, because it does kind of the relaxation. If you sort of sat, you don't have to sit up straight, but you know, just relax back, and it's a bit of a like a confidence boost, and bringing all of this, what Julie's tapping, bringing it all in to set the scene for you moving forward. So yes, let's go.
Okay, so first of all, you can turn your cameras off if you want to. You just decide what you want to do with the camera, angle it different, it's up to you guys. So just allow yourself to come into your space now. We just had a real long chat, and mind might be buzzing a little bit now with lots of different things, but let's just now switch into feeling the sensation of tapping on our hand, rolling the shoulders, just seeing what the shoulders feel like. You might want to just shake the hands for a second and wobble the shoulders out. Just give them a good shake. Okay, you might not want to do that, so that's just an option. Okay, so Notice where your sitting bones are. If you're sat, just wriggle, have a little rock from side to side to ground your sitting bones into your sofa, into your chair. And you know I like you to have your feet on the floor, just because that adds an extra element of releasing and letting everything drain out of the body energetically. So good if you can put the feet on the floor. If you're laid down and you're super comfy, then it does not matter. Don't worry about that. So I want you to just have a moment just to start to invite your whole body and mind and breath. Every single cell of yourself is coming into this session now to move energy, to release stuck energy, we call them blockages, to lighten the load, reduce that sort of, in yoga we call it suffering. It sounds a bit extreme, but it is, because if we're overthinking stuff and we're suppressing things that we know aren't going to go away, that is an unhealthy habit and it will cause suffering in the long term and pain. So we want to be kind to ourselves and release these things. So we're starting to tap, we're starting to think about, as we move into this next month, wow, I mean, gosh, we're into June nearly. We've done, March, end of March, we've done all April and all May. Phenomenal. But we know there's still things that are there and they're different to what they probably were 2 months ago. So let's just acknowledge that we're not in exactly the same place. So just setting up these statements, and you can change the wording for yourself if they need to be. And you can say them out loud because everyone's on mute, or you can just say them internally. Even though we're moving into this next phase, and I'm really not sure how it's going to be. Really, really not sure how it's going to be. There's some fear, there's some excitement, there's some anxiety, lots of things unanswered. Again, it's out of my control again, but my breath's in my control, and to a certain degree I can be more in control of what I am thinking, what I am saying, what I am doing. And I love and accept this part of me the best that I can. Even though we're coming into June, lots of unanswered questions, lots of different emotions when I think about the next month. But I know that I can get through this. I've got the tools. I can think differently. I can switch my perspective. So right now, I'm just going to acknowledge the things that are coming up and then create that space for future thinking with positivity and excitement and being optimistic with love and kindness. Even though there's lots of unanswered questions going into June, but there's been lots of unanswered questions in May, in April. So I'm willing to just flow with this and know that I can keep doing bits of work on myself so that I know that I can move forward at a speed that suits me. In my little bubble, I can still be working on me and the things that matter to me with love and kindness. I'm giving myself permission tonight to release these things out into the ether, create space, top of head. Who knows what's going to happen next month? Who knows? Inner eyebrow. I'm a little bit scared that things might kick off again. Outer eyebrow. Worrying about another lockdown again under the eye. And that really fills me with fear It fills me with sadness and it fills me with anxiety under the nose. I just feel a little bit uneasy about where it's going onto the chin, about my own safety and the safety of others across the chest. I really don't want to take all this anxiety and all this worry and all this fear into my days. Top of head. It's natural to be scared. It's natural to feel like this when there is a pandemic in your eyebrow. And look how far we've come, outer eyebrow. And there are lots of things that if I was in charge, I would change about the approach under the eye. But I'm not. I've got to be just in charge of my own energy and my own perception of it, my own mind under the nose, and not get sucked into the dramas onto the chin. Just do the best I can to keep me safe and to focus on what matters to me across the chest. Not all the media stuff that keeps being pulled out. What really matters to me, top of the head. So releasing all the things that come with the next month as I think about moving forward, the fear, the anxiety, the questions, the what ifs, let them go, because I don't have the control over those specific things in your eyebrow. I can just learn to get on top of my anxiety, get on top of my fear, feel clearer and stronger outer eyebrow, knowing that I am safe and I am okay under the eye. There are going to be lots of changes, new things into the under nose, but that's okay. I can take this all within my stride because I've come this far, chin. I have got a toolbox now and it is growing and growing and growing across the chest, and I'm going to use this toolbox. My mind is being reshaped. My resilience is increasing throughout this experience. I might not realise it now, but it is. Top of head, I am still growing. I am still growing. Inner eyebrow. So I want you to take some deep breaths and just feel like you're letting any of those stuck emotions just release down through your body and literally running down through the legs and out through the feet and into the floor, outer eyebrow. Keep taking deep breaths and just imagine that you're letting go of the anxiety. You're not holding on to the fear under the eye. You're not holding on to the worry under the nose. Just breathe them away. Just to really feel that the grounding exercise is pulling them down from the body, chin, and then onto the chest. And let's take some deep breaths here and hold it here at the chest. And sigh out, everyone. So take a deep breath in and sigh out. Again, deep breath in and sigh out. And then I want you to just release your hands for a moment, roll your shoulders back, release your wrists for a moment just to break off. We're now going to think about, with optimism, with positivity, with excitement, place your hands onto your belly and just rub your belly. Just like circle round fast on your belly and rub it. That's your solar plexus, as if you're creating some heat. And then just hold your palms, press them just gently into the belly. Hold them there and just press them into the solar plexus. Yeah, so just hold them there, one on top of the other. And just think about, there are, even if it's hard to find them, there are going to be some glimmers of opportunities to shine, to change, to move forward, to get excited, to create some stuff in your journaling, to just start to map out, okay, what have I liked about this? what things do I want in my life for the future? I'm going to write these down. I'm going to set these into paper, into pen and paper, because this bit of my life I want to keep. I want to cultivate it more. Even if it feels like a crazy thing to expect, I can expect it and I can write it. So top of the head, you're just going to tap in. There is no such thing as impossible, inner eyebrow. I'm possible if I set my mind in the right direction, outer eyebrow. So as I move into this next month, I will continue to acknowledge the things that frighten me and that feel like they're blocking me under the eye. But I'm definitely going to put weight on towards what I do want and what I'd like to put into my new normal under the nose, because it's okay to do that. I'm giving myself permission to put these stepping stones down for myself onto the chin. I might not know what they all are at the moment, but it will become clearer. So feeling a little bit more excited and a bit more positive onto the chest. Feeling that little bit of excitement growing inside me that things will be a bit different, but hey, new doors could open. Top of head. Take some deep breaths and really breathe into the belly now. Think of the colour yellow. Breathing in positivity and excitement, knowing that there is space for this inner eyebrow. There's always space for new things to happen. Outer eyebrow, there's always space for new things to happen under the eye. Nothing is impossible onto the nose. I'm possible onto the chin. I'm possible into the chest. Deep breaths, breathing into the belly. Colour is yellow. Big deep breaths in, and again you can sigh out, you can blow the breath out. You just really feel that you know that there is plenty of positivity and light in there. We want to just keep cultivating it, growing that space. So I'm going to just let you release your hands down and roll the shoulders. Take a few final breaths of letting go. Ground yourself, and then I'll let Mel slowly come in and start to close the session down for you with her lovely bit.
Okay, so if you all want to make yourself comfortable, you might want to lie down, or you can stay sat, whatever feels comfortable for you. Okay, so taking some nice deep breaths still with that beautiful yellow colour into your solar plexus. Another deep breath in. And slowly breathing out and letting go. And just know that if during this settling down part of the session, you do want to move around and make yourself even more comfortable, then just do it. Do whatever you have to do to make yourself completely comfortable. So when you're allowing yourself to be taken into a relaxing, peaceful, hypnotic state like this, you are not under my control in any way. You are just allowing me to guide you in a storytelling kind of way into a beautiful, deep state of relaxation. And when people get into that state of pure relaxation, like you are going into it just for a short while, they sometimes feel as if they are highly focused, able to listen to each and every word that I say very carefully. And some feel as if they just drift off, just drift away into their own inner peaceful place. A quiet sort of feeling where your body and mind just rest and relax. And it might be that you even drift in and out of what I say. Not being able to remember some of it, but being able to remember some of the other parts, and that is okay too. So whatever happens for you is absolutely perfect. And whatever happens, or however you feel, you'll be more relaxed and ready to make changes, these positive changes, than you have ever been before. And you may find that as we go through this next part, this relaxation, your mind begins to wander. And wherever your mind takes you, whatever you find yourself thinking of, don't resist it, just allow it to happen. Whilst also allowing yourself to become very deeply relaxed and peaceful too. Because that's all you really need to do, just for a little while, is to be still, calm, and comfortable. Because while you are here, nothing else matters at all. And you do not need to concentrate on any other thing while you are here. The only thing you need to do is to continue to relax. Now I'm going to be talking to you about various things, and you might want to just listen to the words, not really concentrating hard at all. Just letting each word wash over you without too much thought as to what I'm even saying. And as you relax there, maybe listening to the sounds of the words, the rise and the fall of my voice, the tone and the speed too. Maybe thinking of the shapes those words make. And interestingly, some people even manage to see the colour of the words as they start to relax more and more. Just like a gentle glow behind the closed eyelids. Various colours just gently drifting in and out. Or maybe colours so vivid and beautiful that they bounce and dance like a fantastic light show behind your eyelids. And as you continue to relax there in that comfortable place, you can allow your mind to focus on other sounds, no matter how small, because the more that you concentrate on those, the deeper relaxed you will become automatically without any effort. And now bring your attention to the sound of your own breathing. And notice how just the act of focusing on your breathing can begin to make your body feel very pleasantly heavy and calm, deeply at peace. And how that can make you want to relax and settle even more, even deeper and deeper. This relaxed state of mind. And you can find yourself just gradually beginning to feel your body against the chair or the bed or the surface, whatever is holding you, becoming more and more aware of the shape and the position of your body. And sometimes people feel a pleasant drifting sensation, becoming aware that when you relax down deeper, as you are now, you can really start to feel yourself sinking gently your body becoming heavier and heavier. Just feeling drowsy, that all of your limbs becoming totally relaxed. And sometimes that relaxed feeling could turn into a wonderfully light feeling, lighter maybe than you've ever felt before, like you just might begin to float up in the air at any moment. And other people, when they relax like that, feel a kind of dreamy, drifting, weightless feeling, almost like they can't feel their body for some of the time, becoming so calm and so relaxed that they just become unaware of themselves just for a little while. And as you enjoy that wonderful feeling of relaxation, of release, and of calm, your mind knows that everything is becoming settled now, better somehow, more comfortable, like something is finally settling down, and you realise that there is really nothing to think about, nothing to do, except to drift down and down, more and more relaxed, simply letting go. And now that you are so totally relaxed, focused, I would like to give you suggestions that your subconscious will easily and helpfully take on board, because you can achieve anything with the power of your amazing subconscious mind. So from this very moment, you can begin to feel a self-awareness building stronger inside of you, an awareness that you can feel calm and confident now, and in the future too, long after this session has ended. A calm kind of awareness, one which is not judging or critical in any way, only loving and kind and supportive from this moment on. Taking a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're relaxing deeper and deeper, and you will immediately begin to notice the changes in your behaviour and the way that you think and feel now that you are becoming kinder to yourself. You're becoming more and more positive, confident, and this wonderful positivity is going to go through to the future, whether that be in 5 minutes, in an hour, tomorrow, through the week. And you're allowing all of this positive energy, this kindness, this compassion to flow through your body. This wonderful positivity, this idea that you can become so very calm and confident now, will take root in your subconscious mind. And it will begin to grow stronger and stronger, like a germinating seed maybe. And just like a seed, you'll provide it with everything it needs to grow. Kindness, love, increased energy, warmth, and positivity. Knowing that the more you respect, the more you love, and the more you cherish yourself, the better, the stronger your confidence will be, until that tiny seed will produce a shoot, and that shoot will begin to become visible above the level of the ground. And as that confidence continues to become fed and reinforced, you can feel it growing stronger and stronger as each day goes by. And all of your positive thoughts, feelings will feed it so that it emerges from that tiny little shoot into a beautiful, healthy, strong, thriving plant. Vibrant, full of energy. And these wonderful, positive ideas, these amazing thoughts and feelings will make you feel more confident, stronger, braver. You'll feel safer. Your body language will alter in subtle ways, and you'll find yourself projecting this new self-confidence into every area of your life. And because your life is changing for the better now, you'll begin to allow yourself to look forward to what life might present you. And you will be able to deal with whatever life brings in a calm, confident, and self-assured kind of way now. Because you recognize that your life is a gift, a wonderful opportunity to grow, to flourish, and to change and develop into the kind of person you've always wanted to become. Anything is possible when you set your mind towards what you want. I am possible. I am possible. A wonderful freedom to be who you want to be now, so that you can do what you want to do in your life. And from this moment on, you will begin to listen to that inner sat-nav, that positive, kind inner voice, which will always encourage you to do those things that you've always wanted to do. You'll trust yourself to make the right choices. You're here as an adult and have overcome so many obstacles, so many days when you thought you would never get through it. And you are here now at this point as an adult from a child. And you're learning to trust your abilities to live a successful, fulfilled life from this day forward. This new sense of self-esteem and confidence will push you forward in life so that you feel ready now to effectively deal with whatever happens along the way. And all these positive changes will become more and more apparent in your life. They'll be like a ripple effect, reaching out to all other areas of your life, so that your life and relationships, including the relationship with yourself, will become far more positive in all areas. As you give yourself permission and freedom to flourish, taking each day, setting each day up, choosing to take control and stock of each day, knowing that you have control of this inner world, loosening the grip of the outer chaos, choosing to focus on what's going on inside, knowing you have the freedom to flourish. To rise to whatever comes along, moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day. Taking a nice deep breath in now and letting any images just fade away, noticing any sensations in your body. And we're going to bring the session to a close now. So with those positive thoughts in mind, just locking those in every cell of your body, your mind, your subconscious, your conscious mind. And I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. And when I get to 1, you will be back here feeling amazing, re-energized and ready for the future. So 5, just hearing my voice, sensing where you are in the room, your environment. 4, beginning to feel your body. 3, just coming back into the room, noticing any smells, any sounds. 2, getting ready to open your eyes. And 1, feeling wide awake. Okay, so if you do want to say anything, if you want to go, if you want to go to bed or whatever, you go and do your journal, whatever you want to do. Anybody wants to say anything? Any questions? Can we unmute? How do I unmute everybody? Don't know how you do it. Julie, do you want to say anything?
That was really nice. I'm sorry, guys, but I laid down and took part in that.
God, you deserve it.
Yeah. I just think everyone's just amazing, and just don't forget when you're having them days where you feel a bit of a dip. It's that dip's not there forever, and
Not permanent.
we just got to keep coming back. Repeat one of the tapping sessions. If there's some on the page that you like, find the short ones if you haven't got much time. You can always get in touch with Mel or myself anyway, but just keep accessing the tools, keep doing stuff for yourself, keep making the time for you.
Believe in yourself.
I think everyone's sort of getting used to the pattern of finding time, but it's another bad habit of falling into, isn't it, as we start to go back into the new normal. We're working. Some people might feel that they're neglecting it a bit, so don't be too hard on yourself. Only get a couple of sessions a week.
But also putting that time in, because you know how important it is and how it helps. So it's like there's lots of quotes going around, didn't there, about what parts of normal are not worth going back to.
Yeah.
So do you want to be as busy? Do you want to be filling your time up with stuff that really is not that important? Or do you want to spend more time on yourself? Factor in half an hour twice a week to do your sessions or whatever you need to do. This next phase now, I think we've got to look at ourselves and what do we want, because it's been a massive wake up that everything can be took away from us like that, can't it?
Yeah, we've got to not
do it.
Yeah, we've got to just stand really firmly and start mapping out some of the things that we wish to attract to ourselves, that we know we want. Because we can. I think sometimes we can make excuses for things staying as they are or whatever, but if we're deeply honest with ourselves, a lot of the stuff we create, a lot of the situations for ourselves sometimes, because it's our mindset and it's how we are, but we're changing that.
Fear as well, isn't it?
Your onion, this is taking your layers back all the time. So it's wonderful, it's brilliant, and it's all good stuff, everyone.
So, I mean, if there is stuff that you want, if there's stuff that you want, but there's something stopping you, you've got a resistance, so you think, I'd love to do that, I'd love to go and, get a different job and make a difference or do something, but I just don't know where to start. That didn't happen because that's what I were like, I'll never be able to do it like that. And it were all the excuses and reasons not to do it. So I was stuck for 16 years in a job that I hated because I had no belief in myself, because I thought I'd never be able to do it like that, as if I'm not clever enough, I'm not this. But then you start to work through all these beliefs and this conditioning and all, and peeling back these layers until you're like, oh my God, what I've spent all of these years just absolutely not believing in myself and, pulling myself down. You've just got to make that. It's like, just use these feelings, right? So it's like this resistance. What is stopping me? Has somebody said something to me in the past? What is causing me to have this resistance that I don't believe in myself? I don't think I can do it, because it's not true. It's really not true. So that's what you want to work on. Get your journal and do some emotional investigation. You know, what is stopping me? And then tap on it.
Yeah, and we don't always have all the answers either, do we? So
No,
it might
no.
be it might be months and months of peeling back these layers and just feeling that you're becoming a calmer person or a more grounded person, or you start to see things very differently. Well, that's part of the
Yeah, more
process of
aware.
getting there. So
Yeah,
we don't always have the
absolutely.
answers straight away, but doing this work is contributing to taking you in the right direction. So,
And what we could do as well, do you know, in this group, this next group, we can do some specific themed things like that if you wanted to. You know, if you've got some resistance or some beliefs that, oh, I'm never going to be able to do that, I want to do that. You know what I mean? So we can base it
stuck beliefs,
specifically
yeah, like
around,
we're doing, power use nights,
yeah,
yeah, we do
yeah,
some
around,
virtual,
yeah,
yeah,
like the
definitely.
identity of who are you telling yourself that you are or you are not? What's
Tell us
stopping
what
you
you
from?
want. Tell
Yeah,
us
and
what you want,
we can
peeps.
deep dive into that then for you and smash it out water so we can flourish. Okay, does anybody want to say anything?
We all chilled out. Everybody's super relaxed. Yeah, good.
Good. Well, I'll get the recording out to you.
Yeah.
I need to have another bath. I'm covered in paint. Anyway, all right. So we'll probably go on tomorrow. Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll
Yeah. Let everyone know.
Have we got a group yet?
No, we need to do it
Oh,
tonight.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it
lastminute.com.
starts tomorrow.
But
Yeah. You
yeah.
know what we're like. All right. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So see you all
Soon.
soon.
Love to you all.
Louise, take care, darling.
Yeah,
Stay in
keep
touch.
following our pages. Jules in yoga, and there's always stuff coming up on that as well.
Yeah. So I'm sure we will be able to hug in real person soon.
You'll not escape us that
No,
easy.
we've got you now. All right,
Okay.
darlings.
See you, everyone. See you soon.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Right, I'll check if that's recorded.